Support for this podcast comes from Webroot, offering total protection for your digital life. Keep your online world safe from viruses, scams, identity theft, and data breaches. Learn more and save 60% at webroot.com/NPR.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and produced by West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey Glasser. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Kathy Matea.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, and welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. I'm Kathy Matea, and I'm glad to be back with you, and we're all glad to be back here at West Virginia University's Kennedy Creative Arts Center in our home away from home in Morgantown, West Virginia. Thank you to the College of Creative Arts and Media at WVU for inviting us. Today, we are kicking off our 43rd year of live performance radio, and we couldn't do it without you joining us here today and everyone who listens each week on the radio. Yeah, you can clap for that. Heck yeah. However you're joining us, you'll be glad because today we have a special appearance by the Grammy-winning producer, bassist, multi-instrumentalist, and band leader who's brought his entire group with him. We'll hear Don Was and the Pan Detroit Ensemble. Sorry. Making her return to Mountain Stage today is an incredible pianist, singer, and songwriter who's drawn comparisons to artists like Paul Simon and Tori Amos, and she's fearless just like they are. We are happy to welcome back Vienna Teng. Later in this hour, we'll hear a well-traveled troubadour, another multi-instrumentalist whose voice blends seamlessly with whatever instrument he happens to be playing. For the first time on Mountain Stage, we'll welcome Joe Crookston. But we're going to start the show this week with a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist who hails from West Virginia. And he still lives here when he's not on tour. But he's on tour quite a bit these days. He played 150 dates last year, promoting his most recent release called That Grand Old Feeling. It's on Tyler Childers' Hickman Holler Records. Rolling Stone has called his music cerebral alt country, and there's a subtle West Virginia point of view underlying all of his songs. We are so happy to have him back. He's been on this stage many times, and we love him. Please welcome William Matheny.
Grinding my teeth in the back of the van with my styrofoam cup falling out of my hands. And I was dreaming of streetlights through the windows of your room. And I woke up in Ohio at 3 in the afternoon. Now there's some laughing Catherine down at the end of the bar with some funny Daniel down at the end of her arm. And I was drinking ginger ale, and I was chewing on ice, playing that piano way down in Alabama on a Tuesday night. I've been a blood moon singer, I've been a broken bell ringer, I've been a poor message bringer. If you need a little writing for the wall, and it ain't a crime, and it ain't against the law, but no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all. First light was falling down at the edge of the floor, and my blood was unthawing, just like the mornings before. Now the lines on my face, they don't read any way you want, just like a ghost searching high and low for another house to haunt. I need a bright-eyed redeemer, singing beautiful dreamer, sleeping on a sunbeam, waking me up in my master's call. And it ain't a crime, and it ain't against the law, but no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all. Yeah, no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all. Thanks, y'all. Kathy, thank you for that lovely introduction. I will buy you a hot dog and jeans later. I live across town, but I spend most of my time driving around America in a 2012 Chevrolet Express van playing music for people. This next song is about driving around America in a 2012 Chevrolet Express van playing music for people. As long as I can do all the driving myself, I won't be handing the wheel off to anybody else. If the station's tuning in, I'll turn the radio on. Then I'll roll down the window and stick out my arm. Got idle hands that need a feeding. Got some secrets I've been keeping, and I don't hate the way I'm feeling, though I probably should, but it's all right for now. Set 'em up, Joe, and play walking the floor like you did last night and the night before. And then I'll jump on the phone and tell a couple quick lies. Then I'll tell them to myself until the end of the night. I've been living on Adderall, fingernails and alcohol, but but it's still a prison when you build your own walls without fail. When you're holding a hammer, it all looks like a nail. I've got a Christian name and a life of sin, and I'm 3 sheets at the merge booth again. And I can't think of anything but how it should have been. When I can't run from the silence and the quiet closes in. When I can't run from the silence and the quiet closes in. I've seen the reservation statues all covered in snow, and all the service station people with somewhere to go. I got cast east of Eden with the engine light on, and then I pulled into the city like a great false dawn. It's just the promised land calling. It's just the nightshade that's fallen. And I'd better start crawling till I'm able to stand, but I'm all right for now. I've got a Christian name and a life of sin, and I'm 3 sheets at the merch booth again. And I can't think of anything but how it should have been. I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in. When I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in. When I can't run from the silence, and the quiet closes in. You could only see me now, somewhere out here in the dim lights, feeding my public every single night, and holding court just like a king. If you could only see me now, drinking gin and bumming cigarettes, and smiling wide 'cause I've got no regrets about how life's been kind to me. Every day is a 4-leaf clover, and every night is a winning hand. I've been painting the town, wearing smoke rings for a crown. If you could only see me now. You could only see me now, gazing deep into some new eyes, and whispering into ears that haven't heard my lies, of the promises I could not keep. If you could only see me now, in the darkness of my midnight, or see me trembling in the morning light, waking from my sinner's sleep. Every day is a four-leaf clover, and every night is a winning hand. I've been painting the town, wearing smoke rings for a crown. If you could only see me now. I've been painting the town, wearing smoke rings for a crown. If you could only see me now. Thanks, y'all. They say that if you see a turtle sitting up on a fence post, it might have had some help getting there. And in that spirit, over here on the piano and the organ from the friendly city of Fairmont, West Virginia, a big hand for Jeremy John Batten. And from one of the great Morgantown suburbs, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, over here on the upright bass, a big round of applause for Craig Berletic. Do you guys know how to play a C chord? They went to college for music, so I know I can ask them the tough questions. "41 years old, going on 29. Down at the Elks, singing Strawberry Wine. It doesn't sound half bad. Boy, after the week I've had, take me out tonight and put some smoke in my clothes before that bird of youth flies right up my nose. Oh, won't you be a dear? How about you shut up and buy me a beer? Well, you've heard all my jokes and I've heard all of yours. Now I might never laugh the way I did before. Can blame it on the Bossa Nova, the Bud Light Lime. But it's like I'm hearing them now for the first time. I've been saving my pennies and saving my dimes, clipping coupons and Marlboro miles like a map of regrets, whole milk and cigarettes. Go-Mart tapes melting on the dash, gone for good times, trying to take it all back, but when it's done, it's done. It's slamming doors and tattling tongues. Now you've heard all my sorries and I told you so's, and I kept crawling back from where you told me to go. The things we say to each other, well, they ought to be a crime. But it's like I'm getting forgiven for the first time. Well, I can clean up the bottles and arrange the chairs, but sooner or later I've gotta go upstairs. The bed's unmade and I'm too far to care, like 1,000 nights before. And I'll dream little dreams I'll never recall, of making vows in rented fire halls. And I'll wake up in the morning and start breaking them all again. I was wearing white diamonds with my head held high, spring in my step and consolation pride. I lost my phone. Hey, hey, daddy, can your mama come home? Now I know they don't write them like they did back then, but if you could only hold me like way back when I was yours and you were mine. But it's like you're holding me now. Oh, it's like you're holding me now. Oh, it's like you're holding me now for the first time. I wish you'd hold me for the good times. Won't you hold me for the good times? Hold me for the good times. Hold me for the good times. We got one more left for you. Thank you so much to Mountain Stage for having us. It's always a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you for hanging out tonight. There's an amazing show coming up. I got some stuff for sale in the lobby, and because people have been telling me recently that I look like Jeffrey Dahmer, I should tell you that I don't bite. You can just come say hello later. This is a song about my apartment over on Dewey Street where I used to live. I used to live in an apartment. It was just me and the bugs. I filled my ears with loud music and my mind with soft drugs. I was crawling through the seconds while I was racing through the years. I was abusing all my friendships and I was drinking all their beer. I used to say that I was sorry. Oh, but I should have saved my breath, 'cause I was sorry for nothing when I was living half to death. I used to go out to parties, stand in the kitchen and stuff. Man, I could talk until the morning, but I'd never say very much. I used to rave about insight because I kept it to myself, 'cause I understood nothing when I was living half to death. used to live in an apartment. Thank you. It was just me and the bugs. I filled my ears with loud music, and my mind with soft drugs. And other kinds of drugs when I could get them, if I'm being perfectly honest. I was crawling through the seconds while I was racing through the years. And I've told you a whole lot of very unflattering things about myself in these last 4 songs. But this is the one I'm least proud of because I feel like we have a moral obligation to be kind to one another. I was abusing all my friendships, and I was drinking all their beer. I used to say that I was sorry, oh, but I should have saved my breath, 'cause I was sorry for nothing. When I was living half to death, I was sorry for nothing. When I was living, when I was living half to death.
Yes, sir. He has opened for the Wallflowers, Charles Wesley Godwin, Tommy Prine, and many others. He also plays bass for John R. Miller and lead guitar in the DC-based garage punk band The Paranoid Style. This man is very talented, in case you couldn't tell. His latest album is That Grand Old Feeling on Hickman Holler Records, and he says look for a new album that's due out this coming July. Along with Craig Berletic on bass and Jeremy Batten on keyboards, that was William Matheny. Well, for years, Julie Adams has sung a song in this segment of the show, and as most of you know, Julie retired in December. We've invited our friend Mary Hott to sing a song for you this week, and she's also singing harmonies today as well. Mary will be joined by our great Mountain Stage band. That's Ron Soul. He's the leader of the band, playing acoustic guitar and harmonica. Bob Thompson is over at the piano. Michael Lipton and Ryan Kennedy are our electric guitarists. Steve Hill's on bass, and Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Yes. Mary has chosen a song that Delaney and Bonnie recorded called When This Battle Is Over. It was written by Jesse Hill and Dr. John. Please welcome Mary Hott.
One time you hurt me, you thought you had your victory. One more reason for you to worry, 'cause you got the best of me. You should never count your chickens before your eggs get hatched, 'cause I believe to my soul you finally met your match. When this battle is over, who He's gonna wear that crown. Ooh, ooh. He's gonna wear that crown. Ooh, ooh. He's gonna wear that crown. Ooh, ooh. He's gonna wear that crown. I'm gonna take that crown. I'm gonna take that crown. Who will wear the
Yay! That was Mary Hott with Delaney and Bonnie's When This Battle Is Over, written by Jesse Hill and Dr. John. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, you can visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs not heard on the radio and the complete finale song. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and please leave a review wherever it is that you listen. Our next guest has been active for almost 25 years in music and beyond. Her first release in 2002 was called Waking Hour, and it landed her on NPR's Weekend Edition and The Letterman Show. She first appeared on Mountain Stage in 2004, and she's been steadily building her audience ever since. She makes folk pop music all rooted in years of classical piano, which she started when she was 5. Last fall, she released her first new music in over a decade, a mini LP called We've Got You, a song pair meant to be played individually and simultaneously. The two songs weave together to make magic, lyrically and musically, and she has a way of doing that for you here tonight. Please welcome back for the 5th time to the Mountain Stage, Vienna Teng.
Come with me while the light is gold on the hill, and our day has hours left to go. There's a place I'm told might be standing still out beyond the field of headstones. You don't have to tell a tidy story. You don't need a home for every hole. You can just sit in the river, let the river run to you. You don't need to trace your last ancestor. You don't need a family name of old. You can just sit in the river, let the river run you through. Come with me while the fennel shades the sour grass and the coyotes stretch out in the sun. There's a manzanita rising beyond the pass that long ago sheltered something I'd begun. You don't have to tell a tidy story.
You don't need a home for every hole. You can just sit in the river, let the river rush to you. You don't need to find and lose true love. You don't need a twisting in your soul. You can just sit in the river, let the river run you through. You can just do a thing that you get the idea to do. Keep their distance, and your time, unlike mine, has years to go. We'll stand before the shutter, prove our shared existence, a museum of the rain that feeds the river flow. You don't have to tell a tidy story. You don't need a home for every home. You can just sit in the river, let the river run to you. And maybe only ruin comes of everything that once was our whole world. But someone may run with the thing we had the idea to do. So come on, let's search among the strangers and the souvenirs. How gorgeous and grand you have grown. Sit with me among the branches of the chandelier, while flesh and blood remain between our bones. And I will show you the most precious thing I own. Thank you. That was a song called The River Sitter, which was actually based on a book by Dave Eggers called The Museum of Rain. And this next one is a song called We've Got You, which Kathy was kind enough to mention. And this one was written around the time that I became a biological mom for the first time and got a crash course in taking care of another human being. So this goes out to all the caregivers and the invisible people who hold the world together. To know, too much for one small heart. You hide it, you fight till you're overcome, scattered and numb. But somewhere in the dark, the quiet sweeping arc of a broom, folding cloth, a swirl of soap and water. And before you can insist, there's no need for all of this. We are gathered around, and finally tears can come. We'll bring rain in the summer heat, send a song through the line when you can't sleep through the night. We've got you, so let go, bear the weight a while, lay down. We'll walk the waiting miles when you're not all right. We've got you. We've got you. But why this injustice? Too much is lost, too much to swallow down. Why is this the deadly road we keep barreling on? Too much unlearned, too late to turn. But somewhere near the dawn, There are bodies linking arms in the street, growing threads, a hand raised at a table. And as far as you have gone, someone will go beyond. We are many now, and even more to come. Will bring sun in the winter's deep. Send a song through the line to move your feet for the fight. We've got you. You're so bright when your current flows, so good when your brokenness shows. We're all here tonight. We've got you. We've got you. We've got you. That last song was a song called We've Got You, and here's a song called We've Got You. We got work to do. Digging, 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 digging deep this time. 'Cause this goes way back. Got work to do. Gonna rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up tall this time. 'Cause there's no falling back now. And in our ears and on our minds, beyond your years, your rallying cry is calling us out again. We watch you draw the frightened fire. Thank you. I'm going to subject you to one more song called We've Got You. And it's actually one that you've heard already, because as Kathy mentioned, I wrote these two songs called We've Got You to be sort of mashed up together. And so I recorded that last performance into this box over here. And now it's going to be a time machine going back about 4 minutes. I'm going to play the first song on top of it. And it's going to be a lot. But I was really trying to express the idea of holding two truths in your head at the same time, which I feel like we have to do a lot of these days. And so here's the musical representation of that. This is called We've Got You, Two Truths. Got work to do tonight. Come digging to find too much to know. 'Cause this goes too much for one small heart. You hide it, to fight till you're all become. 'Cause there's no scattered and numb. It's somewhere in the dark, the quiet sweeping arm of a broom, folding cloth, a swirl of soap and water. And before you can insist, there's no need for all of this. We are gathered around, and finally tears can come or bring rain in the summer's heat. Send a song through the line and you can't sleep through the night. And we've got you. We've got you. So let go or bear the weight a while. Let go or walk the waiting miles. When you're not alright, we've got you. We've got you. We've got you. We've got you. But we're all tired. But why this injustice? Too much is lost, too much to swallow down. Why is this the dead road we keep barreling on? Too much unlearned, too many tears and love. It's somewhere in the dawn. Their bodies linking arms in the street, growing threads. A hand raised at a table. And as far as you have gone, someone will go beyond. We are meant to need now and even more to come. We'll bring sun in the winter to sing deep. Send a song through the night and move your feet for the fight. We've got you. You're so bright when your current flows, so good when your brokenness shows. We're all here tonight. We've got you. We've got you. We've got you. We've got you.
so much. Such an incredible honor to play Mountain Stage, to spend time here in West Virginia. So thank you to everyone for being such an amazing audience here tonight. So excited to hear all the other artists and lurk backstage like a fangirl. I'm going to play a cover song as my last song. This is one by a beautiful ensemble and project called Spell Songs out of the UK. And I dedicate this to the beautiful landscape of West Virginia and all of our cousins, human and otherwise, out there. This is called The Lost Words Blessing.
Enter the wild with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you travel far from heather, crag and river, may you, like the little fisher, set the stream alight with glitter. May you enter now as altar without falter into water. Look to the sky with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you journey on past dying stars exploding like the gilded one in flight, leave your little gifts of light. And in the dead of night, my darling, find the gleaming eye of starling. And like the little aviator, sing your heart to all dark matter. Things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you stumble through muck-hair sands eroding, let the fern unfurl your grieving. Let the heron still your breathing. Let the silky swim you deeper. Oh, my little silver seeker, even as the hour grows bleaker, be the singer and the speaker, and in city and in forest, let the larks become your chorus. And when every hope is gone, let the raven call you home.
Thank you. She was salutatorian at her high school in Saratoga, California. She has an undergrad in computer science from Stanford and a master's in science and business administration from the University of Michigan. She also hosts a climate action-oriented Patreon site, and she's hosted workshops on climate action on tour and online. And participants have called it the perfect antidote to despair. Her latest release is called We've Got You, and she magically performed that for us tonight. She has a new EP coming soon, and it's all unrecorded songs that are favorites in her live shows called Pencil Sketches. That was Vienna Teng. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. There you'll find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on social media. And of course, we invite you to follow us to our next live show. You can find out where we'll be and get your tickets at mountainstage.org. We'd like to say a special hello to you right now if you're listening over KUAC in Fairbanks, Alaska, and over WHFR in Dearborn, Michigan. We are glad to have you listening out there. And we hope you can join us next week when David Mayfield will be back to help us welcome Cam, Peter Bradley Adams, Garrison Starr, Jill Andrews, and Darren Hackward. This is Kathy Mattea, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Hello again, and welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. I'm Kathy Mattea, and I'm so glad you joined us. We are here at the Kennedy Creative Arts Center on the campus of West Virginia University in Morgantown, West Virginia. And if you're just joining us, you will be very glad you did. Still to come, we'll hear a very special appearance from the Grammy-winning producer Don Was and the Pan Detroit Ensemble. It is a 9-piece band, and he brought all of them with him, so you will not want to miss that. But we're going to open this second half with a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist who plays guitar, fiddle, slide, and bouzouki. He's originally from rural Ohio, a town called Randolph. He attended Kent State University and discovered the Kent State Folk Festival while he was there, and immediately went out and sold his classical guitar and bought a steel-stringed acoustic. He had a personal invitation from Gordon Lightfoot to open for him on his last U.S. tour, and he shared the stage with everyone from Joan Baez to Suzanne Vega, John Gorka, and Judy Collins, among others. He's been the recipient of the Folk Alliance International's Album of the Year, and he's headlined Kerrville, Philly Folk, Falcon Ridge, and many more festivals. He's in the middle of a series of EPs that together make 9 chapters of a story. The series is called 9 Becomes One, and he just released number 6 in the series. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Joe Crookston.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much, Mountain Stage, West Virginia. Been a dream of mine to play here and come down and visit you all. And thank you for being here, and thanks for hosting. When my life is over and I have gone away, I'm gonna leave this big old world and the trouble and the pain. And if I get to heaven, I will not stay. I'll turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. When I finally reach the ground, I'll soak into the side. I'll turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. Come up as goldenrod, come up as goldenrod. Turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. Then when I turn dry and brown, I'll lay me down to rest. Turn myself around again as part of an eagle's nest. Part of an eagle's nest, part of an eagle's nest. I'll turn myself around again as part of an eagle's nest. When that eagle learns to fly, I'll flutter from that tree. I'll turn myself around again as part of the mystery. Part of the mystery, part of the mystery. I'll turn myself around again as part of the mystery. My life is over and I have gone away. I'm gonna leave this big old world and the trouble and the pain. And if I get to heaven, I will not stay. I'll turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. You wanna sing on with me? Come on. Fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. Yeah. Fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. honor to play for you all. I got an email from a nun about 6 years ago about that song, Fall Down as the Rain. She said, I'm a nun, and I'm big with the nuns. That's my demographic at this point in my career. The nuns dig me. And so she said I'm a Buddhist nun, though. She liked that song. So I'm going to play you a new song called Horsebird. Horsebird. What the hell does that mean? Horsebird talks to flowers, and Horsebird talks to trees. And I met her just last Wednesday, and now Horsebird talks to me. With her elbow out the window, with her finger on the leaves, she thanks them for the oxygen. What a gift it is to breathe. What a gift it is to breathe. What a gift it is to breathe. And she says, I love you dearly. You're the most beautiful thing I've seen. But that was not for me. She was talking to the trees. She was talking to the trees. She was talking to the tree. And Horsebird paints the winter sky, and blue jays by the barn, and setting free the white owl that she cradled in her arms. In the roses and geraniums, she loves her solitude. And she will laugh and tell you stories, and she will listen to you. And she sings a little love song about fire blue eyes. But that was not for me. She was singing to the sky. She was singing to the sky. Singing to the sky. And we spent Thursday by the river, Friday night beneath the stars, and all through the weekend we were lovers. And by Monday she went dreaming, and by Tuesday she was free. And I asked her if she would stay with me. She says, I love your sweet song. It's the most beautiful thing I've heard. That was not for me. She was talking to the birds. She was singing to the sky, and she was talking to the trees. What a gift it is. What a gift it is to breathe. Well, thank you so much. My name is Joe Crookston. I live in Ithaca, New York. And I was named after my grandfather, Joe Gannap. Joe Gannap lived until he was 98 years old. And he worked at a glue factory until he was 96 years old, full-time, 40 hours a week at a glue factory. He smoked a pack of cigarettes a day and drank a six-pack of Schlitz every day. And he lived until he was 98 years old. And He was forced to retire by my dad, who was retired, and driving his father-in-law 20 miles this way and back every day. I went home to visit my grandpa when he was 96 years old. And he said, Yashko, that's my Hungarian name. Let's go out in the garage and drink some Schlitz. 96 years old, he had his Navy cap on. He was in the Navy as a CB in the construction battalion. 96 years old, we sat out in the garage. He told me about his time in World War II, being in the Navy. He was based on Tinian Island in the South Pacific. And we sat out there in the garage, and he told me about this, fighting the Japanese. Eventually, my grandfather, Joe Ganap, told me how him and his battalion guys built 4 runways on Tinian Island in the South Pacific. Runway Able, Baker, Charlie, and Dog. And runway Able was the runway that the Enola Gay took off from when it flew over Hiroshima. And I have photos of him working on that runway. And I listened to his story. It took me a few years to write this song. The song is called Able, Baker, Charlie, and Dog. And it's from my grandfather's perspective. If he's got a cigarette in one hand and a Schlitz in the other, telling his story. Good? My baby girl was born in 1943, the year before the Navy shipped me out and overseas. And so I held her and kissed her, and I said my goodbyes, leaving Virginia with 1,000 other guys. Leaving Virginia in the South Pacific beneath the blistering sun. On Tinian Island there was work to be done. And 4,000 Navy Seabees on the ground, crushing up coral, packing it down, crushing and packing it down. They never told us, forbidden to ask. They handed down the orders, we finished the task. We never knew what the runways were for. They said our job would be the one to end the war. And now the Seabees work like hell till the work gets done. We built 4 long runways laid straighter than guns, and the runways they glittered in the sunshine and fog, named Abel and Baker and Charlie and Dog. Abel, Baker, Charlie and Dog. And the diggers and the cranes and my battalion guys, we paved the way to the Japanese skies. 8,500 feet made of coral and clay, and we built them all in just 53 days. We built them in 53 days. And they never told us, forbidden to ask. They handed down the orders, we finished the task. We never knew what the runways were for. They said our job would be the one to end the war. And now the rumors, they flew around Tinian, but none of us ever had a clue what Enola Gay and little boy would do in the early August heat. We all got the news that the runways we built were the runways they used. Abel, Baker, Charlie, and Dog. Abel, Baker, Charlie, and Dog.
Thank you so much.
I think I need a microphone. Mountain Stage. How about the crew and all that they do? Look at that. Thank you. Great. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kathy Mattea. I appreciate her music so much and her singing. And I went to Kent State University, and I would listen to WKSU, Mountain Stage, and dream away to sing on the stage here with you all. And I'm glad to be here. This song, I have a long rambling introduction for this song, but I'll say this song came in on the wind. I didn't write it. I never used to believe in that kind of stuff. But then it happened, and I was like, I think I believe in it now. And I had an older brother, Anthony, who I never met. And we weren't allowed to talk about him at all in the house. And all my life, I've always said I've had one brother and two sisters. And as of a year ago, now I say I had two brothers and two sisters. And my friend had it writing a book about parents who have lost children at a young age. And she asked me if I'd write a song about that. And I didn't write it. It came in on the wind. This song is called Anthony. Seven wooden chairs at the table, and 6 of us sitting around, swallowing fear. We can feel you here between breath and where you are now. Brother Anthony, I never met you, though I always knew you were there. We didn't say your name, but we could feel the pain lingering in the unspoken air. What do you say we go down to the water? What do you say we go without shame? How about you and me? We go riding free, laughing and singing your name, Anthony. I only knew you in spirit. I hardly thought about you at all. But the grief trickled down, and that's where we drown, in Jesus and alcohol. And all the Hail Marys and crosses and beer couldn't keep your ghost away from here. And maybe now is the time we all stop trying. What do you say we go down to the water? What do you say we go without shame? How about you and me? We go riding free, laughing and singing your name, Anthony. Anthony. Now we welcome you here to to the table, big brother of mine. I didn't forget, now the table is set. We're all here, it's been a long time. And look around at all of these faces, and the love light shine in their eyes. You are one of our own, we welcome you home. Here is a part of our lives. And what do you say we go down to the water? What do you say we go without shame? And how about you and me, we go riding free, laughing and singing your name, Anthony. The 7 wooden chairs at the table, and now 7 of us sitting around. Thank you. I got one more song for you. I'm going to sit down and play a little slide guitar for you here. My mom was a songwriter. She wrote about 50 or 60 songs in her life. And she passed away about 25 years ago and left me her old D18 Martin guitar in her will. And it's the worst guitar I'd ever heard. I was doing some recording in Philadelphia with a guy named Jimmy Hefferman, who's a great pedal steel slide player. And he said, yeah, you might want to take that old guitar of your mom's and turn it into a slide guitar. Sometimes an old guitar that doesn't sound good will sound good as a slide. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's easy. How do you do that? He said, you get a nut extender and a metal slide and some finger picks. And you turn it into a slide like that. I looked at him, I said, a nut what? He said, a nut extender. So I went home and I Googled nut extender. And that was really weird. But I got to Elderly Instruments up in Michigan, the music store up there, and he said, yeah, we got nut extenders, a little metal piece that you put over the nut of the guitar so you can raise it up and play it like a slide. So I've been traveling around with my nut extenders. Eventually I got Rattlesnake. I'm going to sing you a Rattlesnake song right now. And out in the lobby there, I got some Rattlesnake t-shirts and other things. And I would love to talk to you and say hello. I'm going to sing you a Rattlesnake song, and then I'm so excited to sit back and listen to Don, Waz, and the band, and beautiful to be with you tonight. Thank you so much, Mountain State. I met her down in Orangeburg and she was a queen. She's a little bit lovely, she's a little bit mean. She walked in the room in a ruby red dress, across the floor with a gracefulness. She said hi and I said yes. She walked in the room in a ruby red dress. She's a little bit lovely, she's a little bit mean. She's an angel, she's a rattlesnake, somewhere in between. The rarest bird that I'd ever seen. She's a little bit lovely, and she's a little bit mean. She asked me to dance, and I felt like a king. She told me that I was the sweetest thing. We walked to the meadow where the honeysuckle grows, where the jasmine blooms and the moonlight glows. We swam in the river without any clothes, and we slept in the meadow where the honeysuckle grows. She's a little bit lovely, she's a little bit mean. She's an angel, she's a rattlesnake, somewhere in between. The rarest bird that I'd ever seen. She's a little bit lovely, and she's a little bit mean. And the sun rose like fire in the cool morning air. And I turned to my love, but she wasn't there. And I looked in the pines and along the fence rail, and I called out her name to no avail. On a rock in the grass where we slept by the trail was a ruby red dress and a rattlesnake tail. She's a little bit lovely, she's a little bit mean. She's an angel, she's a rattlesnake, somewhere in between. The rarest bird that I'd ever seen. She's a little bit lovely. You want to sing it? Come on. She's a little bit lovely. Thank you so much. My name is Joe Crookston, and I love singing for you tonight. Thank you so much. She's a little bit mean. She's a little bit lovely, she's a little bit mean, but she's an angel, she's a rattlesnake, somewhere in between. The rarest bird that I'd ever seen. She's a little bit lovely, and she's a little bit mean.
Yes, sir. Two of his songs have been made into feature films, and he's also a visual artist. He works in oil and acrylic, and occasionally he brings paintings along to his concerts. I think there's some prints for sale out in the lobby. He's also an experienced teacher and facilitator. He's taught at the Swan and Noah Gathering and the Ashokan Center, among many others, and he leads songwriting retreats in Ithaca, New York, where he lives, and also leads group music tours in Ireland. His latest EP is called 9 Becomes 1, number 6. That was Joe Crookston. Well, it's time for our pianist Bob Thompson to do a song for you. And yeah, we love him around here. Bob's chosen a song called A Search for Peace by McCoy Tyner. Please welcome Bob Thompson. You can find his music at colortones.com. That was our very own Bob Thompson with A Search for Peace by McCoy Tyner. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is feedback@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, peek behind the scenes on our Instagram, and watch select performances. You can find all of those links at our website, mountainstage.org. Well, we're going to close the show with a musician who has done so much it's hard to fit it all into one introduction. He's been making music for nearly 5 decades. He's a 6-time Grammy-winning bassist, producer, and composer, and for the last 15 years, he's been the president of the venerated jazz label Blue Note Records. He's also a film composer, a documentary filmmaker, and a radio host. Since 2018, he has toured extensively with Bob Weir and Wolf Brothers, a group he co-founded with Grateful Dead guitarist Bob Weir, who sadly passed away not too long ago. And we're all still feeling that. He has produced landmark albums for the Rolling Stones, Bonnie Raitt, Bob Dylan, John Mayer, Willie Nelson, and many more, with combined sales at nearly 100 million records. He was the longtime leader of the band Was Not Was, but he has just now, yes, you can applaud for that. But he has just now released his first album under his own name. On it, he has returned to his deep and unique musical influence growing up in Detroit. The album is called Groove in the Face of Adversity, and he recorded it with the Pan Detroit Ensemble, a 9-piece band he assembled of the best players from Detroit who are as steeped in the jazz, blues, and funk of his hometown as he is. And we are thrilled to have them all on the show this week. Please welcome Don Was and the Pan Detroit Ensemble.
Hey, thank you all. Thank you, Kath. Before we start, I got to mention Bob Weir. We just started a tour, and about 30 minutes before our first show in Ann Arbor, we got the call that Bobby had passed. Didn't really feel like playing, but I remembered him telling me numerous times about the night that Jerry Garcia passed away, and he was playing a gig with his own band in New Hampshire. And he went out and played, and he knew that the way that you soothe grief is by playing great music. And I could hear him, yes. I could hear him in my head just saying, get out there and play, man. So this week we've just been putting as much joy and soul and love into our set as we can, and we're going to do that for you tonight in the name of Bobby Weir. So let's honor him by having some fun tonight. We are the Pan Detroit Ensemble. We are on a mission to promulgate the indigenous sounds of our hometown of Detroit, Michigan. You dig? So what better way to do that than to start out with a Hank Williams song? Here we go.
Little girl, if you're feeling low and you've got no place to go, just give me a ring and some joy I will bring. Well, 'cause I ain't got nothing but time, baby. I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't got nothing but time, baby. You can call me anytime. I'm footloose and I'm fancy free. So baby, just come along with me. Grab your dancing shoes and go down, lose them blues. Well, 'cause I ain't got nothing but time, baby. I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't got nothing but time, baby. You can call me anytime. If you say so, we'll stay all night. Don't worry about what's wrong or right. And anytime you want to go, well, baby, just let me know. Now, baby, just come on and smile, and you'll find that life is still worth a while. And if you took the time to look, oh, my number, oh, is in the book. 'Cause I ain't got nothing but time, baby. I ain't got nothing but time.
She's my favorite singer in the world, Stephanie Christian. And on the trumpet, John Douglas. Here's the song from our debut album. It's a new album. The album's called Groove in the Face of Adversity. There's a song called Midnight Marauders.
Take my eyes that I could be so blind that I could not see it was there waiting. Lost and found the second time around. Whoa, take it from me. Now I see. Would not waste a moment. Oh no. Midnight marauders. Midnight marauders. Midnight marauders. Midnight. See them come to the midnight show. Scene of the midnight flower bloom. Half the track, their moves grow strong. Who's gonna be the one to go? We are the midnight marauders. We are the midnight marauders. Placing your orders. Oh, we are the midnight marauders. We are the midnight marauders. Placing your orders. Oh, we are the midnight marauders. We are the midnight. Work all day up to the night and find your way home. Night marauder, you will never walk alone. The time has come for us to leave the problem of the day. And I would not waste a moment. No way, no way.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's Wayne Gerard on the guitar. Well, you didn't think we'd let the moment pass without playing some Grateful Dead songs for you tonight. I hope not. Here's one.
If I had a gun for every ace I've drawn, I could arm a town the size of Abilene. Don't you push me, baby, because I'm only low. And you know I'm only in it for the gold. All that I'm asking for is $10 gold. And I could pay you back with just one good hand. You can look around about the wide world over, but you'll never ever find another honest man. Before you let my deal go down, go down. Don't you push me, baby, 'cause I'm moaning low. And I know a little something you will never know. Don't you touch hot liquor, just a cup of cold coffee. Gotta get up in the morning and go. I can tell the Queen of Diamonds by the way she shines. Come to me, mama, on the inside straight. Well, I got no chance of losing this time. Well, I got no chance of losing this time. Well, I got no chance of losing this time.
That's Dave McMurray on saxophone. Blue Note recording artist, Dave McMurray. On the percussion, Mahindi Masai. On the drums, the glue that holds our groove together, Jeff Kennedy. All right, I think you know this one too.
when I can hear it beat out loud. Woo! Nothing shaking on Shakedown Street. Used to be the heart of town. Don't tell me that town ain't got no heart. You just gotta poke around. Say no, 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 say nothing shaking on Shakedown Street. Used to be the heart of town. Don't tell me the town ain't got no heart. Oh, you just gotta poke around.
Professor Vincent Chandler on the trombone. And on the keyboards, Luis Resto. We got one more song to play for you. It's a Curtis Mayfield song. Sadly, it's more relevant right now than it was when he wrote it in 1968. If you find yourselves stressed out in these chaotic and confusing times, we're just here to say you're not alone. This is my country.
Before they give in, they'd rather fuss and fight than say it's my country. I slaved 300 years or more of slave driving sweat and welts on my back. This is my country. Too many have died protecting my pride for me to go second class. And we survived a hard blow, but I want you to know that you'll face us at last. And I know you will give consideration. Shall we perish unjust to live equal as a nation? This is my country. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. And I know you will give consideration. Shall we perish unjust? No. and this is my country. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is my country.
Dave McMurray, John Douglas, Vincent Chandler, Mahindi Masai, Jeff Kennedy, Luis Resto, Wayne Gerard, the fabulous Stephanie Christian.
Everybody, give it up for Don Was.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you kindly. That marks the official end of our set, but I believe we got some deadheads back in the production booth. And they've asked us to stay and play a few more dead songs for you. So for Bobby, we're going to do it. Here's a medley of songs you may know from the album Blues for Allah, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year.
Paradise waits on the crest of a wave of angels fillet. She feels no pain. Like a child, she's pure, she is not to blame. Poised for flight, wings spread bright, springs from night into the don't try to run. She can fly like a fly, she can't be outdone. Tell me the cost. I can pay, let me go. Tell me love is not lost. Sell everything without love, day-to-day insanity's king. I will pay day by day anyway, like potency. Free, today. Don't fly away, 'cause I love what I love and I want it that way. Just for right, we spread right, like God say, honey, it's you. Making it two. Without love and the dream, it'll never come true. forgotten space. Your eyes looked from your mother's face. Wildflower seed on the sand and stone. May the four winds blow you safely home. Roll away, do-do-do. Roll away, do-do. Roll away, do-do-do. Roll away, do-do. I know where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's Tower there hangs a bell. It can ring, turn night to day. It can ring like fire, baby, if you lose your way. Roll away, do-do. Roll away, do-do. Roll away, do-do. Roll away, do-do. God save the child who rings that bell. It may have one good ring, only you can tell. Some watch by night, some watch by day. If you get confused, listen to the music play. Some come to laugh that passed away. Some come to make it just one more day. Whichever way your pleasure tends. If you play ice, baby, you're gonna have this way. Roll away, do-do. Roll away, do-do. Roll away, do-do. You gotta roll away, do-do. In Franklin's Tower, the four winds sleep. Like falling hounds, the lighthouse keeps. Wildflowers seed in the sand and wind. May the four winds blow you
Thank you all very much. It's a very, very great honor to be here. Been listening to this show for a long, long time. Honor to be here to play for y'all. God bless Bob Weir. Good to see you.
Lord have mercy. I feel like I just lost 10 pounds watching that. Man, that was a moment, and we were here, and we got to hear it. And it's going to get to go out and be heard by people all over because of Mountain Stage, and I'm just so proud of that. And the title of his new album comes from a story about his childhood, and while we're changing the stage, I'll tell you that. He was forced to wait in the car while his mom ran errands. It was a Saturday. He wanted to hang out with his buddies, and he wasn't happy about it. He was kind of crabby. And she told him to listen to the radio while she was gone, and he discovered a Joe Henderson song on the jazz station when he was flipping around that completely captivated him and changed his mood. He was 14. That was his first experience of grooving in the face of adversity. And now it's the title of his new record. That was A Moment in Time with Don Was and the Pan Detroit Ensemble. Thank you to Don Was and the Pan Detroit Ensemble. Our thanks to Vienna, Teng. Thank you to Joe Crookston and to William Matheny. Thanks to everyone here in Morgantown on the campus of West Virginia University. And thanks to you out there listening on the radio, because without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. And we never forget that. We hope you can come back next week when David Mayfield will be back to welcome Cam, Peter Bradley Adams, Garrison Starr, Jill Andrews, and Darren Hackward. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Senior producer is Jeff Shirley. Associate producers are John Ingram and Mallory Richards. We're engineered by Patrick Stevens, Richie Collins, Jay Lipschutz, and Greg McGowan, with production assistance by Michael Lipton, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Don London, Kelly Lassiter, Jen Brown, Sam Porter, and Tony Patterson. Photographic services by Chris Morris. Promotion is coordinated by Mallory Richards, John Ingram, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston, West Virginia. Mountain Stage was founded by Andy Ridenauer, Francis Fisher, and Larry Gross. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are just as soon as you can? You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We thought it would be appropriate to close the show with this song in honor of Bob Weir, because we just lost him so recently. And Don Was so graciously offered to kind of speak to that moment for a minute.
Well, what I would just say is that we used to do this song every fourth or fifth night as an encore. And you could look out into the audience and we see people crying, we'd see them hugging. And it was very moving for us in the band to see how much this song meant to everybody. And Bobby gave it his all every single night because he knew how important this song was to folks. So now we're going to do it and give her all for Bobby. Here we go.
Thank you. All right, here we go. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own?
It's a hand-me-down.
This is Joe Crookston.
Oh, the thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. I don't really care.
when there is no pebble tossed, no wind to blow. Mike Lipton. Bob Thompson. Ryan Kennedy. Ron Sorrell.
Reach out your hands,
William Matheny.
if your cup be empty, if your cup be full, let it be again, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of man.
Victoria Teng.
No simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. Oh, that path is for your steps alone.
Still water, when there is no pebble tossed, no wind to blow. William Matheny. Bob Thompson. All right, let's sing the last one together. You choose to lead, must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da da. Da da. La da da
Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey Glasser. This is NPR.